Good morning, folks. Cup number one, and XRP is currently sitting at 288. The market's still a bit boring, and it's 8:29 on a Friday morning. And so I hope you guys are doing really well, but I wanted to share this Raoul Pal interview with you guys. I really dig these interviews because this is a really smart and insightful guy. I'm not sure he's entirely honest with respect to the XRP ledger all the time. Because he is just a touch of a Bitcoin maxi, but words of wisdom with respect to investments to live by. And just to give you a little background on him, as a reminder, Raoul Pal is the co-founder and CEO of Real Vision, a financial media platform offering market analysis, interviews, and investment insights. He is also the founder of Global Macro Investor GMI, a macroeconomic research firm. He is a former Goldman Sachs executive, where he worked in hedge fund sales and managed the Global Macro Fund. Pal is a prominent figure in finance, known for his expertise in macroeconomics, global markets, and cryptocurrencies. He frequently shares market commentary and predictions on platforms like this one here. So just to give you an idea, the guy's got some history. He's been pretty good at what he does. Not just anybody goes to work at Goldman Sachs. You have to be, especially at those levels, you have to be competent and capable. And so I think that what he says here is he's actually lowballing it, in my opinion, because we all know that we're adopting technologies a whole lot faster than ever before. Just take AI as an example. ChatGPT got a billion users in like a month, I think. And the more user-friendly these new technologies are, the faster they're going to be adopted. Now, just imagine everybody not only having user-friendly crypto because the bank is supplying you with an app, or it just comes with your phone. Just imagine when it's the only option, and that's what ISO 20022 mandatory or going mandatory November means. It means everybody's just going to have to. It's going to all run on that standard, and blockchain is what speaks that standard. So when he says $100 trillion here, and just to read the headline here, he says 100 trillion by 2032, 2034, $96 trillion of wealth that's going to be created, because the cryptocurrency market's already at 4 trillion right now. That's why the 96 trillion. The largest wealth generation event in all of human history, and it's bigger than the social media, bigger than mobile, bigger than internet lock-in. And it is. It's bigger than all of those things. But I mean, just keep in mind, real estate alone is a $600 trillion industry. We're talking about everything getting swallowed by blockchain. Now, once something is tokenized, you've been hearing about tokenization of real-world assets. Once everything is tokenized, it means it becomes cryptocurrency. It's crypto. And it's going to be swallowed. Everything that you see, your homes, your cars, intellectual property, every stock certificate, every commodity, all of that is going to be tokenized. Now, if you consider real estate itself as $600 trillion currently, if you go back and listen to or study the principle of the velocity of money, if you tokenize $600 trillion worth of real estate and you make it available for purchase and sale 24/7, 365 globally, the velocity of the value of that money is going to grow exponentially. Just the real estate alone. Now apply that same logic to every other form of value that exists in the world. Yeah, it's going to be a lot more than $100 trillion. All right, that's just what 1/6 of the real estate market, and not considering anything else. So no, it's going to be much higher than that, in my opinion, because you better believe it's not just you and me adopting it with our banks and the way we bank. But we're talking about multi-trillion-dollar corporations. We're talking about global governments, and who knows what else is out there, right? Hedge funds, these kinds of things going on. People in companies that manage very large retirement funds, all the gold in the world, those kinds of things, right? Pork bellies, for instance. So let's take a look at the video and see what they have to say themselves. But these are always very insightful. It's just something for you to keep in mind as you decide which blockchain you're going to use. There will be more than one winner. But as you know, I primarily think that the transfer of value is going to happen mostly on the XRP ledger when you're talking large values. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, and bookmark. And just hold on. We got a video coming after this. We'll see you on the next one. Until next time.
We're a $4 trillion economy today in crypto. If we extrapolate trend rate of growth and assume the network growth slows over time, I think we get to 100 trillion by 2032, 2034. 100 trillion. That means there's 96 trillion of wealth that's going to get created. So halve me, and I say this all the time for being an utter moron, $46 trillion of wealth is about to be created. It's the largest wealth generation event in all human history. It's fractionalizable to a rice worker in the Philippines as it is to somebody in Fifth Avenue. It is an unbelievable opportunity. And to go back to it, you're front running the institutions and you get to do all of this.
Listen, I could not agree with you more. And, you know, when it comes to macro financial analysis, you are the king. And I would never question your work on this one.
You can call me a moron. You have many times.
But here's the thing. I've actually never called you a moron, right? Like, and I never will call you a moron. But what I will say, and I think this is super important, is this is really a misunderstood evolution. It will continue to be for quite some time. But this is bigger than social. This is bigger than mobile.
It's the internet being redone for all of us to participate.
The internet is absorbing value and the movement of value in a way that is never had before. And that is the most simplistic way to look at it. And, you know, if journalists want to fixate on Fartcoin, that's fine. It's just a small segment of it. Like, you're missing what stable coins are really doing. You're missing what Bitcoin's real purpose is. You're missing what these DeFi protocols are actually delivering on. And, like, that's fine. Focus on Fartcoin. Like, it does not matter to me, right? Like, all I could continue to do with the team at MoonPay is build against the trend line that you and I are talking against. And, like, that's why, like, I'm absolutely so incredibly bullish and excited over this next year. And so it's such a hard question to ask me because, like, I wake up every day and I'm so pumped to just go to work and build.